We have new details on a tragic story out of Spotsylvania County. A high schooler is shot and killed during what may have been a social media prank gone wrong. Thank you for joining us. I'm Scott Thuman. That shooting happened during what was first reported as an attempted home burglary this weekend in Spotsylvania County. 7 News' Christian Flores has new details now and spoke with the teen's classmate.
What was supposed to be a celebration ahead of graduation has instead turned into a somber event. Tuesday night's senior sunset here at Massaponax High School has become a place where students come to grieve after the loss of one of their classmates during this weekend shooting. And now we have court documents that paint a clearer picture of what might have happened.
It's been very emotional, honestly, because, we graduate next week.
Massaponax High School seniors heartbroken after their classmate, 18-year-old Michael Bosworth Jr., was shot and killed on Saturday.
He was a very passionate person about stuff, and it's just sad that he had to go the way he did.
One juvenile was not hurt, but another teenager was shot and survived, who's close friends with Kamani Keys.
I went to the hospital that morning, actually, because when I heard one of my closer friends got shot.
Spotsylvania County Sheriff's deputies arrested 27-year-old Tyler Chase Butler, charging him with second-degree murder, among other charges. Detectives say the initial 911 call was for an attempted home burglary that ended with Butler, who lives in the home, opening fire.
The gunshot went to the chest. I'm back to the scene for an additional subject. A gunshot wound.
7 News on your side obtained the search warrant for the cell phones of the two surviving juveniles. They told police they were playing a prank called Ding Dong Ditch, where they ring doorbells and run away. According to court documents, they said they had done this to a few homes, were filming themselves, and planning to post this on TikTok as part of a social media trend.
It's been very rough, like I said, but I think we'll all get through it as long as we stay together the way we are. And that's how it is right now at Senior Sunset. We're all together. No one's alone.
Christian Flores, 7 News.
Before I get into my commentary, I have to give a shout out to Town Biz Sports and Entertainment, because he was the first person I actually saw talk about this story. And then I was scrolling on Instagram, and then I saw somebody who lives close to me post about this as well. And I was like, wait a minute, that's the video or the story that Town just talked about. And I said, let me go ahead and just look further into this. And let me just tell you right now, you know what they say about playing stupid games, you win stupid prizes? That's exactly what happened here. Also, while we're on the topic of that, this is definitely FAFO. And this Michael Bosworth Jr., the one that's on the right, he definitely fit the bill. And let me just say before I actually get started with this, I feel absolutely nothing. Because why in the world would you decide that you were going to go and prank people like that and think that everyone's going to fall for it? I mean, this man, the guy, Tyler Butler, the black guy on the left, the one that they arrested and charged with second-degree murder, which how in the world did you charge him with something and he thought someone was breaking into his home? So you already know where I'm headed with this one. Man, the anti-blackness is running rampant. And this happened in Spotsylvania County, Virginia, or whatever. So I'm not surprised by that in the least bit. But he thought someone was breaking into his home. And they said this was supposed to be some part of a TikTok trend called Ding Dong Ditch. And when they said that, I said, wait a minute. Ding Dong Ditch is not even a new thing. That is one of the oldest pranks in the book. I would even go as far as to say it's one of the original pranks of just going to someone's home, ringing the doorbell, and then running away before the person opens up the door and see that nobody's there. It's not a new concept. And he said that he and some of his friends did this to multiple people in the neighborhood or any houses that they decided to go to. But they decided to ring the wrong damn bell because Tyler Butler came to the door with that power tool and he cut this guy's life short right before you're set to graduate from high school. Like, what were you even thinking? And then I don't know if I can't remember if the news clip mentioned it or not, but this wasn't during the day. This happened in the wee hours of the morning. I believe they said around 3 a.m. So my next question is this: why were you outside at 3 o'clock in the morning? You should have been at home sleep. Like what? Like, what were you thinking? Now I wonder, since everybody has something to say involving that Shiloh Hendricks chick and everything she got going on, the usual suspects, I wonder what you got to say about this. But something tells me they'll find a way to flip it because of the narrative right here. So what do we, that's like what, 3 incidents right there. So first you had Carmelo Anthony, who was defending himself against Austin Metcalf. You got Rodney Hinton Jr., who was exacting revenge for his son. And now you got this guy, Tyler Butler, who took out what he thought was a threat. And what is the commonality between all 3? The ones holding the ones on the other opposite end of it were PC men. Go figure. And all of this happened in the span of what? 2 months? And it's not even summer yet. But the fact, I think that part that really got me with the story overall is that they charged Tyler Butler with 2nd-degree murder. And his home was the one that he thought was being broken into. So because he just thought his home was being broken into, even though someone came to his home, and he had every right to think that because someone came to his home at 3 a.m, like who you don't expect no one to come over to your home at 3 a.m. in the morning unless it's a dire emergency and you know ahead of time that a person is coming over there. And who knows how hard that Michael Bosworth Jr. and whoever else might have been with him was knocking on the door, because it probably wasn't even a knock. They were probably banging on the door. And if someone's banging on your door like that, and it could be at any time of the day, but especially that time of the morning when most people are sleeping, your nerves or your mental is going to say, hey, someone's trying to break in. So that means that he banged on that door, and Tyler Butler came to that door with his power tool. Which also begs the question for me is this: if you're supposed to be doing ding dong ditch, it's supposed to be a ding dong of the doorbell and you run. It's really not supposed to be a knock unless you don't have a doorbell. But my thing is this: how long was Michael Bosworth Jr. at this door banging on it or hitting the door before Tyler Butler came to the door? Because if you're only supposed to be there very briefly, he should have been able to get away before he even got caught. So that means he must have been banging on that door for a while. He must have been like, oh, let me just go ahead and bang on this door for longer than I'm supposed to. And he came from behind that door, popped him. Because he probably, again, thought it was a home intruder. So again, charging him with 2nd-degree murder. Hopefully Tyler Butler has a very strong, solid attorney that can get that charge overturned, and he could just walk away from this. Maybe he'll have to pay some kind of maybe he might have to do probation, because at the end of the day, there was a loss of life there. But on the flip side, the person doing it is the one that brought it on himself. Again, like I stated at the beginning of the video, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And clearly, because he thought this was a game, and it was indeed a stupid one, he indeed received a stupid prize, and it's one that he can't come back from, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one.